What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to be going from downtown Los Angeles down to Irvine. We haven't done this drive in a little bit, so we're going to see how Autopilot does in this drive with the latest update at the recording of this video. We're going to talk about my channel, some upcoming videos idea, and what's next for the Tesla Model 3. And as a bonus, we're also going to document how much range and battery I used during this trip from going from downtown Los Angeles down to Irvine, which is about 40 to 50 miles give or take, but it's all highway. So welcome back to the channel and thanks for watching another video. Let's get in the video and let's get on our drive down to Irvine. All right, so we're starting today with 74% of the battery, about to just get on the highway right here. We should arrive in Irvine with 57% of the battery, which is about, some quick math, 19% drain. Yeah, it's about right, at about 2 to 3 miles per battery percentage point. 19%, 19 to 40 something. It's not too bad at all, I guess. It is about 40, I think 45 miles down. Oh, okay, some aggressive, he's in a rush, I guess, this morning. 41 minutes and 41 miles to get down to Irvine with no traffic. And it seems like there might not be too much traffic. We still are mid-pandemic, so it hopefully won't be too much traffic on the way down. This guy was definitely in a rush. We just got onto the highway, so let's go ahead and throw it on autopilot. I feel like I haven't driven on autopilot in a little bit, so this is definitely going to get some getting used to. I am on the latest up as of the time of this recording, which since they changed everything with this new UI, I always forget where I have to go to look at the software updates, but I guess I go to settings, then I go to software. A little bit of heavy braking from autopilot right there. We get into the right lane using the auto lane change, completely empty lane, so we are good to go. So getting back to the software update, I'm in a Tesla Model 3 Performance Stealth dual motor, and we're on version 10.2, 2020.48.30, which is the latest update as of the time of this recording. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. With the latest update, whenever you block this screen, okay, a little bit of heavy braking. Looks like there's something possibly in the road coming up here. A couple of trucks, they all stopped really quickly and then they all moved around something in the road. Let's see if, okay, so it's a car. Let's see if autopilot can adjust. Ooh, that is close. That was so close to that car. That got really close, guys. Oh my goodness. If that car would just pull to the side, I probably would have went a little bit more wider just in case the driver decided to open their door. That was a little bit scary. It probably was, I can't even imagine how close that was. Probably should have kicked it out of autopilot, but I was too trusting with the computers to let it just drive by that car because I was interested to see what it was gonna do. We're going about 50 miles an hour on a speed limit of 55, but I'm increasing the autopilot to 71 miles an hour. Gotta make sure I turn on my hotspot for all the hotspot haters that since I don't pay for premium connectivity, the $9.99 plus tax, and I made a video about how I use my hotspot on my phone or I have a dedicated hotspot, I got a lot of haters. If you're interested in watching that video and see how the workaround I do using my hotspot, please check it out. But basically, I use my hotspot because it's a little bit more versatile than paying the $10 to Tesla for the features, but I do miss the two features that you miss from premium connectivity, which is the satellite images on your navigation and the real-time traffic, even though I use Waze instead most of the time. A little bit of braking here, down to 42 miles an hour. We're going on to the 5 South. It's gonna merge to the right a little bit. It wants to get into the right lane because it thinks it's a little bit faster, but I like staying in this lane because once the highways merge, you wanna get all the way to the left lane anyway, because it's usually more empty. This truck is pulling out of our lane, so we should be able to increase speed pretty quickly. Looks like autopilot just changed my speed down to 65 miles an hour instead of the 70 that I was at before. Increasing it now to 71 again. For the most part, I do like this UI a little bit more because I get to see this side of the driving visualization a little bit bigger, which is nice. The navigation is a little bit smaller now because of this side has taken more space, but I don't necessarily mind it too much. I do like how when the screen takes over, it does show your GPS and navigation here instead, which is a really nice feature. Before, when someone would be fiddling around with whatever they were doing on the music side or playing around with the games, I wouldn't be able to see where we're going, so I'd kind of get lost at that point and I'd have to kind of stop whatever they were doing just so I could see the navigation. But this is a lot nicer now that it shows you the navigation here more often. Using the auto lane change, getting the left lane, pretty smooth. Going 71 on a 71 cruise control speed, but we could probably go a little bit faster. So I'm going to increase that to 80 and then get into the left lane again using the auto lane change. no one's in that lane, so we are pretty good to go. In terms of the conditions out, it is a little bit cloudy. The sun is poking through a little bit. It's 60 degrees out, pretty clear skies for the most part, but it is a little bit cloudy. So maybe it's not clear skies actually. But perfect conditions for the Autopilot, I would say. We just got into the left lane, but we actually cut off a Tesla Model 3 that was also getting to the left lane. We're going to increase speed a little bit, or let it increase speed a little bit. It's increasing slowly to 85 miles an hour. I'm going to increase that down to 80. The Tesla Model 3 is also accelerating behind us as well. Should probably get out of the left lane because I'm not going as fast as I should be, so I can let cars past us. So in terms of what's going on with the Model 3, it is posted for sale if you are interested in a 2019 Tesla Model 3 Performance Stealth with 19,000 miles and full self-driving. Also have paint protection film all on the front and ceramic coating that was a 2-year when I initially got it, so there's about another year of warranty left. So if you are interested in a Tesla Model 3 Performance Stealth, please message me. It is priced at around $50,000, maybe $51,000 currently. I'm definitely not in a rush to sell. I definitely will keep it if I need to until the Cybertruck comes in or it is available to actually be delivered, which I have 2 orders for a Cybertruck, one for a long range and a tri-motor. So whichever one comes first, then I'm probably just gonna get that. Hopefully it won't be too big so it can fit in the garage. But if you are interested, let me know. The price will slowly decrease throughout this year, probably about $1,000 a month, give or take, maybe even less, if you are interested. Besides that, I'm still gonna make Tesla Model 3 content for as long as I have it. I still have some mods I need to do, like the wheel cap covers, so it's definitely subscribe if you're interested in seeing some more experiences with the Tesla Model 3. And I'm also still waiting for full self-driving. I kind of feel slighted about the full self-driving beta and not being able to get it while there's other owners that are able to experience it. And it's because it's been out for maybe 3 months now, 2 months now, and I still have the old full self-driving beta release. This isn't the new full self-driving beta Elon's release that's out there with the crazy UI, but I've also noticed that I think the people with the crazy UI, it's different. It's really just different on local roads. The highway seems to be about the same experience for full self-driving in those cars and my car. One thing I really like with the new Tesla UI is that it shows you how many superchargers are available on the map at each supercharger location. Like for instance, this one has 7 available, or now 4. It used to just say 7, or maybe I can't read it anymore. This one has 10 available, 7, and it just shows you, instead of kind of clicking each one to figure out how many are available, you can kind of just see quickly on the map to see how many are available, which is a really cool feature actually. So the left lane is going a little bit faster, but this car, it was speeding, and so we're just gonna get back into the right lane because I did kind of cut him off a little bit, so I just got out of the lane for them, and now I'm just gonna switch back into that lane. Throwing it back onto autopilot now, cruise control set at 75. I'm gonna increase that to 85 miles an hour. Coming up on almost 20,000 miles on my Model 3, so I'm probably going to make a video about that. I'm going to go over the tires, I'm going to go over the body and the condition of it to see how it's done, over all the car washes, if the paint swirls are back or not, go over the maintenance I've done, and really just any like issues or things that I've noticed about the car, and also like some pros about the car as well, what I've really liked about it over the past 20,000 miles. If there's something that you guys want to see in that video, please comment down below for my 20,000 mile review. It'll be coming up very soon actually. Seems like they fixed that glitch that I personally had, in which the nag timer, in which every 30 seconds or so you would have to adjust the steering wheel or hit one of the scroll knobs to make sure the Tesla system knew that you were still paying attention. It looks like the nag timer, for every like 4th or 5th time that it would come on, it wouldn't accept me just scrolling the wheels. Now it seems like it's accepting that for my presence paying attention while we're driving. So that's good. We're coming up on a construction area that typically Tesla Model 3 Autopilot tends to screw up a little bit, or it has in the past. It usually only screws up in super bright conditions, kind of like today actually, where the sun is facing directly at the camera. So let's see how Tesla Autopilot handles this section. You can see it's a construction zone, so that's probably why it screws up a little bit. There's a lot of lines kind of going in different directions in terms of the pavement and the line markers, so that's why it just screws up. So the first one going to the right, this one is going a little bit to the right again, and this is where it screws up, where it thinks the lane's going to go this way. It's a little hesitating. It's kind of pulling to the left a little bit and then readjusting. Kind of just did it again there, and now we kind of hung to the right a little bit there, and now we're hanging to the left. It's pretty decent. It's actually figured out this area, or at least today it's figured out that it's perfectly within the lines, and the sun isn't really messing with the construction zone or the Tesla Autopilot system as much. We're gonna hang to the left a little bit. The lanes are going to the right. You can kind of see, like, this guy in front of us actually got confused, and it probably confused the Tesla right there, because it went to the right and then so did the Tesla Autopilot system, or the Model 3. Looks like we're about to be almost out of the area. Hanging to the right a little bit. So the steering wheel is kind of jerking a little bit left and right. Now the sun is really bright. Okay, it's hanging really close to the left flare, and now it's hanging close to the right. So it's probably more so because that turn was sharp, maybe. That's why it hung close to that left concrete barrier, but it made it through. It didn't hit the wall at all, and where it didn't want to hit the wall, now we're on the open road, open highway, no traffic, down to Irvine. Alright, so I think it's pretty open road from here, probably no traffic. It's been a pretty easy drive so far. We did hit that one construction area where it did pretty okay. It didn't necessarily screw up or glitch out there. But there really hasn't been any traffic, pretty open, smooth sailing for the most of this drive. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording here for the highway portion, and I'll check back once we get to our destination, and we'll see how the battery did in terms of range for efficiency on this drive. All right, so we just got off the exit in Irvine, and it looks like we basically arrived with about 60% of the battery, and we just have like another mile to go. But it looks like it says we're gonna arrive with about 60 to 59% of the battery, which is a little bit better than what we initially expected. I think initially it was slated for us to arrive at about 58% of the battery. So we definitely drove a little bit more efficient than how the Tesla system predicted that we were gonna drive. So thanks for watching another video, guys. Please hit that like if you enjoyed it, and comment below on your experiences with the new Autopilot update, and if you think it's a little bit smoother. I do feel like it's just a tad smoother than before. It didn't glitch in that construction area like it used to in my previous videos, so that was pretty nice. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya!